What's going on, fellow commanders of Caw? My name is Dan,
I'm Chris.
and sorry we didn't do a video last week. I went to the ER. I'm okay. But Chris, we're already at week 8 of the regular season.
Yeah, no, time's flying this season. Some of these games coming up this week look pretty good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta ask you though, what the heck happened last week? We got I think I picked like 4 games right and you picked 5.
Yeah, no, that was a rough week. I'm at 68 with 38 wrong.
Yeah, I'm 59-47. But first, here's a video. All right, so we both got the Jags beating the Saints. That was right. I picked the Lions over the Ravens because I thought they were just the better team overall, but the Ravens really did surprise me. I was happily wrong that time.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy with that game. Not gonna lie. Yeah,
My mother-in-law, my grandfather-in-law both went to the game, and I guess maybe that was just them being there helped. But not even that, but they held the Lions to only like what, 6? Something like
yeah,
that. That's pretty insane.
yeah. No, that is insane. They put up a lot of points on the Lions as well.
It really just goes to show any given Sunday. Then we got the Falcons Bucks. We both got that wrong. We thought the Buccaneers would beat the Falcons. I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that game either. I didn't really get to pay too much attention to it, to be honest with you.
Now, okay, tell me why you picked the Giants over the Commanders.
Just really thought the Commanders were gonna lose to the Giants.
Well, you were right because here I was thinking we could beat the Giants, only had 1 win on the season. We're doing a thing this year where we're letting really bad teams just beat us.
That
Like Sam
happened.
Howell, I think, already has like 40 sacks on the year.
Jeez Louise, that is a ton.
Our O line, we can't even blame management anymore. So I honestly think, though, this is a rebuild year. We're not going to make the playoffs. It's really just going to be let's figure out what works and what doesn't and see if we can do better next year.
Build on that. Yeah, no, I agree. Then we both got the Raiders Bears game wrong and the Bills Patriots game wrong. But in our early season predictions, we did predict that the Patriots would win this game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's what this really was a on paper. I picked these teams, but they proved me wrong. Like regarding the Raiders Bears game, I don't know if the fact that Justin Fields was out and they had Tyson Bagnet, which by the way, I think he's from our area. I don't know if he was the factor there. Also, I just don't know what happened with the Bills Patriots. Maybe I've heard a couple things that the Bills are just kind of imploding.
Yeah, no, I've heard that as well. I think it was just bad luck. The Patriots just caught them.
Then we had the Browns beating the Colts. I got that right. You got that wrong.
Yeah. Good game though, 39 to 38. That wins pretty good games.
Some ref ball though.
Yeah,
It happens more than we think, but at the same time, what can you do?
yeah, that's kind of my mindset with it.
Yeah, I feel like it's been more, like you said, egregious and noticeable this year.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do something about it, but I doubt it.
Then we had the Rams and the Steelers, and we both picked the Rams, and the Steelers somehow managed to pull out a win on that.
Even though apparently Cooper Cup, Puka Nakua, they were putting up numbers. I don't know what happened there. I guess the Steelers defense just came down on them.
Yeah, I don't think they were getting touchdowns. I think they were getting a lot of yards, though.
We both picked the Seahawks to win over the Cardinals, which we got right.
Yep.
Packers Broncos. We both picked the Packers, but hey,
Yeah, the Broncos ended up winning. It's the battle of bad teams. We really saw how bad the Packers actually are going to be this season, I think.
we'll see. I think really the only good team in that division is the Lions. And
Vikings aren't too bad, offensively speaking.
no, but I still don't think. I mean, if they make the playoffs, they're not making it past the wild card round.
Agreed.
And the Chiefs beat the Chargers, no surprise there. But the last 2 games were really surprising. The Dolphins lost to the Eagles, which, I mean, the Eagles are a better team in the NFC. But still, I thought that the Dolphins were going to win that game pretty handily.
So did I.
And then the 49ers lost to the Vikings, which, like you just said, the Vikings were doing well offensively, but still, to the 49ers? Wasn't CMC out? So was, I know Trent Williams was out.
Yeah, Vikings called them on a day that they were off. But I would say that the Vikings are a pretty decent team. They're probably a wild card team. I agree with you on that.
So heading into week 8, though, we got on Thursday night the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Buffalo to play the Bills. Bucks are 3-3, Bills are 4-3. My mind's telling me the Bills, but I honestly at this point would be shocked if the Bucks won.
I 100% agree with that statement. I could actually see the Bucks upsetting them as well.
Yeah, but we're both picking the Bills, correct?
Yeah.
Again, it's the talent on paper. I don't think they're perfect, but I think they're going to be hungry for a win after that loss last week.
I agree.
And I'll just go ahead and say the Eagles are going to beat the Commanders because unless something amazing happens, Ron Rivera is on the hot seat. Jack Del Rio's like our defense is not up to snuff. Like our offensive line and really just our defense as a whole are really disappointing. I mean, I guess not so much the offensive line because we kind of expected them to be bad, but yeah, I could see the Eagles winning this one pretty handily.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I think the Eagles will improve to 7-1 after this win.
Now, what makes you pick the Colts over the Saints? Because I know neither team is perfect.
I just like Gardner Minshew.
I think the Saints have a better roster personally. I think the Colts have talent though, and this one's in Indy. I don't know. I'm still gonna go with the Saints. Just there's a small thing telling me.
No, that's fair. We don't know what's going to show up with the Colts teams. I mean, is it the Colts team that beat the Ravens going to show up, or which team is it going to be? So yeah, it all depends.
I mean, both teams are 3-4,
Yeah,
and actually Indy's favored to win.
well, that's good to know.
Now, are we gonna need another upset where the Steelers beat the Jags next?
I thought about choosing the Steelers to win this game because this sounds like a game they would win. It's in. I've talked myself into it. I'm picking Pittsburgh. This just seems like a game that the Steelers win. They play up to competition. They play down to competition. So I think they're going to play the Jags really well, and I think the Steelers actually get the win on this.
You know what? Why not?
You picking the Steelers as well?
Sure, we'll see what happens. But the next game I'm pretty confident about. The Panthers don't have a win on the season yet. They're 0-6. Texans are pretty much doing more with less. And yeah, I'm going to say the Texans beat the Panthers here.
I think they beat them pretty bad too, unfortunately. Like maybe by 2 touchdowns, I would say. Which for the Texans Panthers is pretty bad to get beat by 2 touchdowns to a team that's not as.
I would say at least a touchdown. I don't know about 2. Maybe a field goal and a touchdown. Now, we're going to get another upset, some Belichick magic, because the Patriots are going down to Miami. I think the Dolphins, again, kind of the same thing as the Bills, they were embarrassed last week.
Yeah, and I think Miami's going to beat up on the Patriots pretty bad, to be honest with you. And then we're going to be like, well, Dolphins are obviously the best team in the AFC East, and the Bills will get insulted again, and then they'll start playing.
At this point, I think the Dolphins are probably going to win the division. I mean, they're 5-2, Bills are 4-3. We'll see as the season progresses, but I think the Bills are a wild card.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. Then we got the Falcons going into Tennessee.
I didn't pick one yet. I'm really torn. What makes you pick the Titans?
So I just think Derrick Henry's going to have a day. The Falcons are the better team by theory. They have a better defense. Their offense, when it's clicking, will be pretty good. Something just telling me that Titans defense is going to be able to shut down Bijan Robinson. And I actually think DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry are going to have a good game.
Okay, you talked me into it. Now, as you were saying earlier, the Packers are not a good team this year. Even Packers fans are admitting it.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the Vikings just because, again, on paper. But then we got the Rams and the Cowboys. I'm saying the Rams offense is going to put up more points, but you know what? Because the Cowboys had a bye week, I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
No, I definitely was going with the Cowboys on this one just because I think the Rams offense will do pretty decent, like in the passing lanes. I don't think they'll do good running the ball. And I think the offense for Dallas will outscore what the offense for the Rams can do against the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're both wrong. But so technically, I think this is at home for the Giants. The question becomes, which team has the better backup quarterback? Because that's the Jets' really Achilles heel right now.
Tyrod's a better quarterback, but I just look for Zach Wilson and them to somehow get the win and pull it out of there.
This is kind of a toss-up, but I'll go with the Jets. Again, just because of the roster. I almost picked the Browns over the Seahawks here. Maybe I might change over to it after you kind of talk about it. But, I mean, obviously the Browns' defense is great. I think the Seahawks' offense will make up for it here.
So, yeah, I want to do the same thing with the Seahawks. Their offense is a lot better than the Browns' offense, but I think because Cleveland still either has the number 1 or number 2 defense, so I think Myles Garrett's going to dominate Geno Smith and all of them in the Seahawks side. But I look for it to be a really good game, to be 100% honest with you. I would like to see the Browns lose here, and then we can beat the Seahawks next week. That'd be awesome. But, yeah.
We're going to have another one of those, oh my God, moments. Pretty easy picks the next 2 games, though. We got the Chiefs beating the Broncos and the 49ers beating the Bengals.
Yeah, the Chiefs are definitely going to beat the Broncos pretty handily, I do believe. And the Bengals could throw a wrench into the 49ers' plan and actually upset them, to be 100% honest with you. But I look for the 49ers to beat them.
This one is in Denver. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Yeah, just again, got to go with the Chiefs there. But what you said about the Bengals, they are kind of coming up now. And the 49ers, yeah, didn't they lose 2 straight? Didn't they lose last week too? I'm going to go with the 49ers, though, if everyone's healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with as well.
Then we got the Ravens going and visiting Hollywood Brown in Arizona.
Hollywood Brown will have a good game. I'm going to say that now. I think he's going to have a good game against the Ravens. But I think Baltimore's going to just beat the crap out of them. I hope. If they lose to the Cardinals, I'll be really upset. But Ravens are a good team this year. They're showing it. They're 5-2. I mean, can't really complain too much.
Yeah, I mean they're currently sitting at the top of the division, and I think if they played how they played last week, then the Cardinals should be easy.
I agree.
Now, knock on wood. And now on to the biggest WTF primetime game. We've got the Bears and the Chargers, which no offense to either fan base, but why?
Yeah, all 7 of the Chargers fans are gonna be really upset with you after questioning this. I
That one
hope.
lady though from last week, good on her, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm going with the Chargers to win over the Bears here.
I do believe
Uh,
that's who I have as well. Yeah,
yeah, so I mean, again, on paper, but I mean it's 2-4 versus 2-5.
I
I'm
can
almost
see
tempted
it.
to pick the Bears.
I don't blame you. If I know for a fact that that other guy's starting over Justin Fields, I'd pick him.
Let's go with the Chargers. See what happens.
So
And then we got the Raiders and the Lions in Detroit. Detroit's gonna be mad after that loss. I'm going with Detroit.
that's exactly why I'm picking Detroit as well. I don't think the Raiders are that bad of a squad. They're 3-4. Lions are 5-2. Yeah, I just really look for the Lions just to have one heck of a game against the Raiders.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's week 8. I mean, almost halfway done. And I will just say for the next 2 weeks, I mean, Chris, you're welcome to do a solo video, but I'm gonna be out on vacation after my trip to the ER last week and just work and everything. I need a vacation.
Yeah, I'll probably put a post up in the community page with our picks on it so that we have all those chosen for us. It's going to be interesting to see these upcoming weeks and how we do. And then I'll be going to the Seattle game against Baltimore the next 2 weeks, so that'll be awesome. Then I think Cleveland afterwards. So
Yep.
yeah,
Currently, I'm planning on going to the Bengals game after. We'll see what happens. That may change.
I hope you
But
do. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. I greatly support all of you guys who have been watching this channel. We've been growing pretty good. People are liking the videos. Just make sure to like, comment, share with your friends, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
take care, everyone.